everyone, and welcome to Lety Does Phoenix Resurrection, the return of Jean Grey, number 4. So in the last issue, which was this one right here, number 3, we see that the X-Men are just trying to figure out what the heck is going on with everything, and they're actually out of psychics to use Cerebro, so they have to enlist the help of Emma Frost. And Emma Frost, without needing to use Cerebro, pretty much says that Jean is actually in New Mexico. So Jean, on the other hand, is in her own little world having a romantic evening getting her car fixed by Mr. Patch. And she is completely oblivious to everything that's going on, and everything seems to be going okay for her until she is followed by a shadowy figure one night, and then it turns out that that shadowy figure is actually the Phoenix that says that she needs to talk to Jean. So everyone arrives in New Mexico, and then there is this big rainbowy light, and I assume they're gonna go in the big rainbowy light because rainbowy lights. Oh yeah, and if you've never watched one of my videos before, or if you didn't really pick it up from everything I just said, I'm not great at explaining things, so if none of that made absolutely any sense whatsoever, go watch the last video I made, or better yet, go buy the book. So anyway, this time around I'm going to be reviewing Phoenix Resurrection number 4. As you can see from the cover, we have the Phoenix coming to attack the X-Men with its flames of glory. So this looks like it's going to be pretty intense. It's going to be pretty awesome, I hope. We do see some Logan action there and all the X-Men fighting back against the Phoenix. So yeah, let's get started. Jean Grey wakes up after a long night with the Phoenix. Oh man, I'm so sore. It's like I literally slept with a god last night. Like I got plowed over by some cosmic cock. And they're gone. They're always gone in the morning. Realizing her little midnight tryst made her miss her alarm, Jean leaves her perfectly normal house and heads to work. On the way, she meets her mailman, who tells her that he'll be by the diner later for lunch. Huh? What? I said, good morning, Jean. How are you today? Is everything okay? Oh, good morning, Maria. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just, heading to work. As Jean rushes to work, she doesn't realize that she's being followed by fire! Red hot, burning flames fill the streets. Death and agony fill the neighborhood like brimstone and hellfire! On her way, Jean passes Brian, her local paperboy, when, oh no, Brian just biked into the fire! Red hot flames rush through his veins! Death and agony! And oh, he's okay. Marvel Comics proudly presents Phoenix Resurrection, Chapter 4, That a Great Princess Falls, but doth not die. That's the actual title, by the way. Meanwhile, the X-Men are still standing in the middle of a desert, debating on entering New Mexico. Kitty goes over all the ways that this is a bad idea with the X-Men. Mainly that the Phoenix made it, the Phoenix usually wants to kill everyone and everything, and that the Phoenix wants them to go in there. So she kinda has a point. I disagree. This totally isn't a bad idea. And I'm an expert on bad ideas. Jean's in there, so we have to go in. Oh, hey guys! Sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to say hi. Glob Herman here. You know, Glob Herman. Literally a pile of goop and bones, Glob Herman. Glob, the most tactically useless X-Men Herman. That Glob Herman. Thought you guys forgot I was here for a second. So, what's the plan again? Kitty, Logan, and Kurt are the first to enter the dome. Go home, Glob Herman! As the rest of the X-Men enter the flames, they quickly realize that they are not in New Mexico. Emma lied! We're clearly in Arizona! Guys, she just got them confused. just like she left me confused. The mutants comb through the streets looking for their long-lost teammate. Alright guys, this place is dangerous. So we get Jean, and we get out. If memory serves correctly, she'll be wearing something red, black, and fabulous.
Is that your Jean Grey? Actually, we got a problem.
Only Logan was wrong. It wasn't a pack of Jean Greys. It was a pack of dead X-Men. Actually, that's still a problem. And so, the X-Men prepared to fight their fallen comrades. Good thing Glob Herman went home. Beast quickly realizes that they are far outnumbered and tells Kitty to go on and find Jean while he holds them off. Kitty picks off a few members for a small team. Alright, you guys, with me! Logan, come on!
Just 1 second, Bob.
Shunk! That's right. The sound adamantium claws make going through a full-grown man and hitting every fleshy inside and organ along the way. Shunk! That's the sound it makes. It's not long before the team comes across their final destination, Annie's Diner. Kitty and the X-Men can't believe who they see.
Jeannie! That's Jean.
She's really here. Meanwhile, in Jean's world, the sun is shining, the grass is green, and the birds are flying everywhere.
Yeah, I don't think she can see us.
Oh my god, Annie, I had the worst night. Why? Bad date with Scott? Ugh, no, my car broke, so I had to take it to Mr. Patch to get fixed. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, nothing. Your car breaks down, so you take it to Mr. Patch. You spend the whole day with Mr. Patch. You go home and dream about Mr. Patch. Dream about him rebuilding your transmission? Pfft, no. Like I could handle his rugged Canadianness. No, I had a dream about some god. Or goddess, I guess. Beast and the X-Men catch up with Kitty. She tells him about Jean.
I think I get it now.
Hank tells the mutants that the Phoenix is back, and it must be looking for a host. But after a decade of failures, it wants to bond with the one person it was always meant to be with. So it kidnapped Jean from her grave and took her here, preparing her for her final form.
I guess I'm saying we're in some sort of
egg? Like some kind of a Jean egg?
Well, I guess that's one way to look at it, however gross it may be. Not for me, it's not.
So what did this goddess do to you in your dream? I don't even know if it was a goddess. It almost felt like it was me, but it wasn't me. Would you say this goddess is some sort of authority figure? Someone in charge of you, maybe? I don't remember, Annie. I can help you remember, Jean. Do you want me to? I don't really think this is appropriate as my employer, Annie. The X-Men are fighting amongst themselves, trying to come up with a better analogy for their situation. It's more like a fire womb. No, it's more like a cosmic cocoon. Suddenly, they're not alone. Kushunk. I guess it's more like a diner under the Phoenix.
I'm gonna stab it.
But before Logan can do that, Kitty stops him. She reminds everyone of their history with the Phoenix, that every time it comes, they fight, and everything gets worse, that it only gets more powerful. Maybe it's time we break the cycle. Let's not fight it. Let's just talk. But who can we trust to do that, huh? I'll go.
You got balls, kid. But mine are bigger.
Huh? What? How would you even know that?
Let's say I have a certain rugged Canadianness that you lack. Plus, you've never been with the woman in there. And if you want to get really technical, neither have I. So balls goes, bub.
He's right, Scott. And his balls are bigger. But let's not dwell on that. And please don't tell Emma. But I wanted to talk to Jean. Apparently this one likes me. Logan, I'm trusting you to do this. Just promise me you won't stab anyone.
Me? Stab someone?
And that's the end of Phoenix Resurrection number 4. Alright, so this was another really solid issue. I like the stories kind of starting to come together now. It's not like super random in the other ones where we had all this weird shit happening and we didn't really know why. So now we're getting a bit more of an explanation, which is that the Phoenix is now incubating Jean Grey for her to become her host, which makes so much sense because the Phoenix has merged with literally dozens of people across the span of the last 10 years, so I'm just surprised that they didn't do this sooner. So it's kind of interesting that they're going with that storyline. What I thought didn't really make sense, though, is some of the character moments, like when they had the X-Men split up into 2 teams between Hank and Kitty, and then only for the other undead X-Men that they were fighting to just disappear and then they regroup again later. But I do like that they're writing the X-Men to be a little smarter when it comes to situations like this, because they're choosing not to fight the Phoenix, which, as we all remember from Inhumans vs. X-Men and Avengers vs. X-Men, fighting hasn't really worked out for them. So I think that's a cool little thing that Rosenberg seems to be doing, because it looks like he's not going to have them just be like, they need to fight evil, dark Phoenix Jean Grey, so that would be kind of worn out, and I like that they're taking kind of another route for that. Another thing that I really loved that was absolutely and completely unnecessary when speaking about characters is Glob Herman. Why Glob Herman is here is beyond me, but I guess it's more like the artist was like, oh shit, I forgot to draw an X-Men, Glob Herman, and he's right there, and they have him have speech too, so that's pretty great. Glob Herman's addition in this is pretty great. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all my thoughts for this. I am very hopeful for number 5, which I'm going to be filming after this. As you can see, I already have it set up here. And then actually Jean Grey number 11 already came out as well, so I'm going to be filming those 2 in a bit. But if you like this issue, and if you want to read it for yourself without any, I guess, Lety interpretations, and see what the actual story is, I suggest you go buy it physically from your local comic book shop. If you don't have a local comic book shop, then just buy it online. And the cool thing about buying a physical comic is that the physical comic comes with a free digital copy. And for this comic, I am going to be giving away my digital copy. So if you're interested in getting a digital copy of Phoenix Resurrection number 4, you just have to go to my website, letydoesstuff.com, and click on my giveaways tab, and I will have a raffle so you can enter there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this video and of this issue, and I will see you next time. Bye!
Oh, hey everyone! Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the intro, you can subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button up there. Or you can check out some more of my videos right here. And you can find the latest news with my Patreon by working at that video down there.